Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to this new channel, right? I know some of you already know that we have an English channel now, so you have already subscribed to it. But if you are new to this channel and you are already following me on my Hindi channel, do follow this new channel. I'll be posting all my lectures into English on this channel, okay? So yesterday RBI released the scorecard and a lot of my students shared their scorecard with me. I did all my analysis based on what they have scored, whether they are able to crack it, whether they are not able to crack it, what went wrong in their scores. And then based on that analysis, I am making this video to just make you understand that what scores do we need to crack RBI. I know this year was tough, right? This year the cutoff was high, but still, based on this year, let's say if this year also we have less number of vacancies than RBI, then at least we should know that what is the score we should require to qualify RBI and what should be the minimum number in each section so that we can easily crack RBI and we should feel comfortable, right? So let's begin. So as we all know that RBI conducts this exam into three phases. The first one is phase 1, right? Then we have phase 2 and then we have interview, right? I'll be talking more about phase 2 in this video because the scorecard is more about phase 2 because phase 1 already like it is like a qualifying round, right? So let's talk about what do we have in phase 2, right? What are the different sections? What are the total marks? Let's talk about that. The first thing is we have three sections over here. One is ESI, one is FM, that is finance and management, and third is English. So ESI has two sections. ESI has an objective paper of 50 marks and a descriptive paper of 50 marks. So that makes ESI section of 100 marks, economic and social issues, right? Then we have English. English is of 100 marks and that is purely descriptive. You need to write an essay, you need to write a letter or maybe a reading comprehension or a précis. Okay. And then we have a FM paper, that is finance and management paper. The objective paper is again of 50 marks and finance and management descriptive paper of 50 marks. Okay, so then it makes total of 300. Okay, and then we have an interview that is of 75 marks, but interview will only come to those who will be able to qualify the cutoff of this 300 marks. Okay, so I'll be showing you the cutoff also for this year, for the written part also and for the interview also. Okay, so then if you qualify through these 5 sections, then you will be able to appear in front of the interview panel, and that is of 75 marks. So the total is of 375 marks. Okay, and then the final score always comes in out of 375 marks. So let's talk about this year cutoff now. Okay, so if you look at the cutoff for this year, and this the cutoff which I'm showing you is of for the phase 2. Okay, not interview. This is without interview. So if you look at the general category, it is 173.50 out of 300. Okay. Then OBC was 169, SC was 165, ST was 161.50, EWS was 173.50, and PWBDs was 152.50. This was the score which was the cutoff for the phase 2. Right. Now let's talk about the interview cutoff, the final cutoff, right? The final cutoff looks like this. So the cutoff after interview, basically it was 226.75, right? So anybody who was able to get score above 173.50, I'm talking about general category, and then if he scored at least 50 plus, I believe 53 plus, then he was able to make it to the final list in the general category, right? So the cutoff was 226 for 75.75, OBC is 218, SC was 212.25, ST was 214.50, EWS was 206.0, and PWD, I guess there was no candidate from that section. That's why the reason why they've not given the cutoff for that. Okay, so this was the cutoff for phase 2 and this was the cutoff for the after the interview. Now this is we have already got. Now how we should, what should be my score, what should the range of score I should be targeting? Let's talk about that now. How much we should score at least in each section so that we can qualify this exam easily, right? So let's talk about each section. So FM objective, my target should be around 25 to 30. Now I'm talking about, there could be a students who are very good at FM objectives, or they're very good at FM objective section, and they might score 32, 34, 35 also, 38 also. There is complete possibility, right? But what should be the score? What should be the minimum range? So I'm talking about that minimum range right now. Okay. And then for the FM descriptive part, the score target we should be targeting is around 28 to 32, right? And this 28 to 32 is a reasonable score. It's a good score, right? So if you are good at descriptive, then you will be able to score this 28 to 32. Otherwise, it's difficult to score. Most of the students land up in the range of between 22, 23, 25, 26, right? So if you are scoring above 30, that's a good score, right? Moving on to the third, English section. Now, English has backfired a lot of students this year, right? A lot of us, while writing, we never look at grammatical mistakes. We never look at uh, the spelling mistakes which we are making, punctuation issues, vocabulary issues, sentence structure issues. So we don't focus on that, and that is the reason why a lot of students in my batch also, they failed because of English. Their score came in English was 43, 47, 48, 49, 51. But in English, you need at least 55 to 60 score. Otherwise, it would be difficult. English can be a scoring section. At least if we are ranging in between this 55 to 60, then English, you have done good in English. Okay. Moving on to the ESI objective. Again, we'll target 25 to 30 score. Again, somebody can be very good at ESI. ESI is a scoring section, I always believe. If you are updating yourself with PIB and with the editorial parts, you will be able to score in ESI. ESI descriptive is, again, we will be targeting on 28 to 32. That is what the range we should be looking for. Even if you are giving mock test or any giving daily challenge, we should score this much amount. That means if we divide this, like out of 50, that scores would be coming uh, around 70%, like 60 to 70%. That should be my target score. Okay. Moving on, interview. The interview score should be around 50 to 55 out of 75. Then you will be able to comfortably cross the line. So this is the range, right? I've given you the range. Now let's take an example. In the ideal case, I have taken the result of one of my students. So let's take an ideal range, that what minimum score we should target, or what we should get at least in each section to make it, right? So let's take in case now. FM objective score is 28. FM descriptive part score was 30. Then English score was 57. ESI objective paper score was 28. ESI descriptive paper was 32. And the interview score was 53. So based on that, if you do a total out of all these scores, his score was 228 and he was able to qualify the exam, right? And we can also do, and I believe that this score is completely doable. This is not something that we can't do it, right? This is a reasonable score. If we prepare properly, this we can do it easily, right? We can score in one section, we can score more also, in one section we can score less also, but we need to be very sure that at least we should target this much score if we want to qualify this exam. Okay, thank you so much for joining in for this particular session. This is a new channel. Do subscribe to this channel, and we'll be meeting in the next video. Bye bye.